Okay guys, this is the finished meal prep. Look how good it looks. So yummy. Butter chicken, marry me chicken pasta, and bacon and egg McMuffins. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Miranda if you're new here. Today we're gonna do a detailed meal prep. High protein, macro friendly meals, but really yummy. So on the menu, I've got bacon and egg McMuffins. We're doing a butter chicken and also a marry me chicken pasta. So these meals are things that I will eat and Shay, my partner, will also eat, and we'll pop them in the freezer and have them as like a really easy grab and go lunch or dinner and breakfast option. So if you don't want to be eating the same meal every day, then you can easily just pop these in the freezer. They are so yummy, and I'm gonna leave the full recipes and the grocery list in the caption below if you guys wanna make them. Let me know if you try any of these, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so I've got everything laid out that we'll need for the 3 recipes. Starting with the bacon and egg McMuffins, obviously you'll need bacon. You can use turkey bacon or other bacon. I don't know what the other one's actually called. And then I've got some eggs. These are the English muffins that I'm using. You can also just use bread if you want to make them into more like breakfast sandwiches. I love the wholemeal ones, just a little bit higher in fiber. And then I've also got these cheese slices that I'm gonna add into them as well. And you will need either cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. I'm just using this high protein natural Greek yogurt. And then some salt and pepper. So that's a super easy recipe. I also love making these as sausage and egg McMuffins. That recipe is on my Instagram if you wanna try it, but bacon and eggs are the ones we're gonna do today. I also got some new containers. These were just from Woolworths. I will need to give these a rinse before we use them. Moving on to the marry me chicken pasta. So you'll need pasta, obviously. I do love making this recipe with orzo as well, which is, it's kind of like a pasta rice texture. So you can do that with either. And then chicken breast, you could use chicken thigh, but chicken breast is just a bit leaner and higher in protein, which is why I'm using that. Some Parmesan cheese, then you'll need some thickened cream. If you want to use full fat cream, go for it. I'm just using this light thickened cream. Then some sun-dried tomatoes, some thyme, some oregano, and also some paprika. And then I like to add in a big bunch of baby spinach. If you don't like baby spinach or you want to use a different vegetable, go for it. But I just find that spinach pretty much wilts down to nothing. So you can't even taste it. You're going to get a lot of iron and fiber from that. And then some chicken stock as well. And you also need some garlic. And then for the butter chicken, again, you'll need some chicken, which is why I've got like 1.68 kilos. Then you'll need some garlic and ginger, an onion, some Greek yogurt as well. You'll also need some thickened cream. So this is just gonna go across both recipes. A little bit of butter. I'm just using this reduced fat one. Some tomatoes, onion, and then these are the spices: paprika, turmeric, garam masala, and some salt and pepper. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but again, I'll leave the full recipes and the shopping list below if you guys wanna make these recipes. Let's get straight into it. I think I'm gonna start with the buttered chicken because I will want to saute up the butter chicken like paste and then blend that all up until it's smooth. These are super easy and they don't take long at all. Or maybe I'll make that first. Oh, I don't know. I've just diced the onion and the chicken breast, and I forgot that I actually want to marinate the butter chicken first. So we're going to start with the butter chicken, and then I'll probably move on to doing the pasta and the bacon and egg McMuffins, and then come back to the butter chicken once the chicken's marinated. You can marinate the chicken up to 24 hours in advance if you want to do this the night before and then come back and finish the rest the next day. By all means do that, but to be honest, I've probably only let mine marinate for like 30 minutes to an hour just while I'm prepping everything else. I assume I can do this within 2 hours. That's the goal. So we're starting with 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt. Then 1 teaspoon of paprika. One teaspoon of garam masala. And then about 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Some salt. And then a tablespoon of each of these. Garlic, Perfect, and then we're just gonna cover this and put it in the fridge to marinate. Now when it comes to the actual curry, you'll need the same spices, so I'm just gonna pre-mix these so it's ready to go. Paprika, garam masala, and turmeric, just 1 teaspoon of each. So I'm just boiling a pot of water to cook up the pasta. This is the pasta that I'm using. It's a protein pasta by the brand Veta. This is an amazing option if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, because a lot of vegetarian and vegan protein sources, say like tofu or lentils, beans, they're actually really high in carbs, so it's hard to hit your protein without blowing out your carbs for the day. So this is a really great swap because you're getting a little bit more protein and a little bit less carbs in your meals. Personally, I just love the taste of this, and it's just an easy way for us to get in the extra protein, and it's the only pasta I had in the cupboard. So I'm gonna boil this up, and then while the pasta's cooking, we'll go back to the butter chicken sauce. I'm just gonna saute up some onion with the spices and blend that until it's nice and creamy. I think it's like 2 cups of pasta, which is about 200 grams, but you can increase it if you want. I just like the ratio of pasta to chicken. I hate when there's like not that much sauce to go over the pasta and it's really dry. Hey Siri, set timer for 18 minutes. Okay, perfect. No, not perfect. So I literally do this all the time. The water just boils over. I don't know how. Am I filling the pot too much? Am I cooking it too crazy? Am I not using a big enough pot? I don't know. Now we're going in with 20 grams of light butter. And then half an onion. Then the same seasonings as before. Guys, I like to blend up the paste so that it goes nice and smooth. Can you tell that this is my curry blender jug because the turmeric has stained it yellow, so be warned that yours might turn yellow if you make it as often as I do. Okay, I like the chicken to get a bit of colour, and then you're going to pour the buttered chicken paste sauce in. Yum. Looks so good. Give that a mix. Okay, now it's totally personal preference, but I like to add a little bit of sweetener for a bit of a sweeter curry. And of course some salt to taste. I also really like to add peas or like broccoli, cauliflower, any kind of veg to this. But for the purpose of meal prep, I'm just gonna leave it plain, and then you can always just add it fresh. Okay, I've got some rice on to go with the butter chicken, which is all done and tastes absolutely delicious. I've also just popped the oven on to preheat to cook up the bacon and the egg mixture for the McMuffins. I am gonna make that next so that it can go in the oven while we make the marinade chicken pasta. Trying to multitask all of the ingredients. But when I do the bacon and egg McMuffins, I like to add a little bit of Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or ricotta you can also do into the egg mixture, because that way if you freeze them and you want to reheat them, they don't dry out. You don't have to do that. You can just like fry the eggs individually. You don't need to like whisk it up or anything, but that's just my little hack. And I also find that adding the Greek yogurt also just boosts the protein a little bit. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, last recipe, we're doing the Marry Me chicken pasta. I've got the bacon and the eggs cooking in the oven, and I've just seasoned the chicken with some paprika, salt and pepper. Now my little hack is to buy the sun-dried tomatoes in olive oil and use the oil that the sun-dried tomatoes are in, like in a jar, to cook the chicken in rather than using normal olive oil, just because there's so much flavor. Obviously, if you don't have it, then it doesn't matter, you can just use normal olive oil, but I just find that all the herbs and the flavor from the sun-dried tomatoes makes the chicken taste incredible. So we're gonna saute that up with some garlic and some onion, a few seasonings, and then we're going to add in our cooked pasta, then some baby spinach and a little bit of thickened cream and parmesan. Just make sure to keep checking on the eggs and the bacon so they don't burn. I like to flip the bacon halfway so that it goes crispy on both sides. Grated up some parmesan, and I've just roughly chopped the baby spinach. Add as much as you like. As I said before, it just shrivels to nothing and you can't even taste it. Just gonna add some Italian seasoning. And some cream. And you can just do stock or reserved pasta water. And I'm gonna add in the parmesan. We'll just simmer this for a couple of minutes and it'll get like a little bit thickened before we add the pasta and the baby spinach. Cooked pasta. I'm just adding in the baby spinach and any extra parmesan. Okay, I've sliced up the English muffins and we're just gonna place a piece of cheese on top of each. And we've got the bacon. This is how the eggs turned out. I've just sliced it into 4 serves. Everyone always asks me about the ball clips, and no, they do not melt in the oven. Such a hack, because it just holds the baking paper in place. So I love doing that. It saves you having to oil the baking container. And then I've got my bacon, my cheese. You can see how fluffy and thick the Greek yogurt makes it, and just pop it on top. And then we pop the lid on and wrap those up. I've just popped all the lids on and they look so good. So I like to individually wrap them, and that way I can either freeze them or put them in the fridge. And then to reheat them, I just pop them in the air fryer or in the microwave, and that'll like toast up and warm the buns, and the cheese will melt, and they taste like McDonald's. Honestly, I'm not even joking. Now this is the pasta. You can see how big the serves are. Looks so creamy. You can add a little bit of chili flakes or even some extra parmesan on top. Pop this in the freezer. It's such a good lunch or dinner option. I'm obsessed with this recipe. The sun-dried tomatoes make it taste so freaking good. And then the last recipe is this butter chicken. I've just divided the basmati rice and the butter chicken between these 4 containers and sprinkled them with a little bit of coriander. I'll probably add some broccoli, broccolini, or baby peas to these when we eat them, or even some baby spinach. But oh my God, it is so yummy. So creamy. Look at that sauce, and also another gigantic serve for over 40 grams of protein. Guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this meal prep. Bacon and Egg McMuffins, Marry Me chicken pasta, and butter chicken curry. So freaking good. These are all high protein, macro friendly meals that you can eat and enjoy while trying to hit your health and fitness goals. So I'll leave all the recipes in the caption below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this and if you want to see some more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because it really supports my channel. And if you do try any of the recipes, let me know in the comments below which ones you made and what you thought, because I love seeing and hearing what you guys think. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.